Good day, drivers. So today I have here with me a 2010 Mazda, and I'm gonna show you guys how to check the transmission fluid. Actually, the vehicle is off right now, but usually you're supposed to have the vehicle running hot, put it in drive, then you check the fluid. But because I checked it already, I'm gonna show you the problem, why I need to check it, and why I'm gonna change it. So the issue is right now, as you can see, the transmission is dark. Okay, transmission is dark. So I'm gonna change the fluid. I just basically gonna drain it, not gonna change the filter. But usually if you guys want, you can check, usually you should change the filter, but right now, just to be safe, I'm just gonna drain the fluid because the vehicle's still running fine, but you know, sometimes the RPM is rising up, especially when I'm going downhill, and sometimes it feel a little, the engines feel a little slowing down at times, or the transmission feel a little slowing down. So I'm gonna show you guys how to check that, okay, and how to drain it. So the quick and fast way to do this, I get two ramps like those, you know, one on each side. And get one of those lay down rollers. I'm gonna go underneath the vehicle just to check where the transmission, whatever you call it, screw is, just to release the fluid. You're gonna need a jug like this to drain your fluid in. Alright, so what we're looking at right now, we're underneath the bottom of the vehicle. We got a Honda covering right here. This cover the transmission actually. So you cannot see the bottom of the transmission. So I think these are 10mm screws. We're gonna loosen these up. Okay. We got them all around, you know, the corners of this cover. So we're gonna remove this cover and then we're gonna start draining the fluid. I'll show you guys step by step. We get a 10mm like this. Hope you can see it good. Alright, then we start to loosen up these bolts all around until you get everything off. Then we're gonna take down the covering. So what I did to save some time, I don't take out all the screws from the covering. I just take down 3 and just bend it, thus I can reach to the transmission. This is the transmission, and this is a bolt right here. Seems like it's gonna be a special screw to open it. So I mean, special tool to open it actually. So I'm gonna check it and see what kind of special tool it's gonna be to open it, to just to drain the fluid. Okay, driver. So for this special screw, you gotta use a bit, star bit. It's gonna look like this. Hope you guys could see it real good. Hold on a second. So that's what it looked like, a star bit. Okay, to open the nut. All right. And once you just and then just get it open and then just start to drain the fluid. So as you can see, this is the fluid. It's very dark, you know. I just drain it because I don't want to wait till it get too late. Then I gotta do extra work. So as I said, usually you're supposed to change the transmission filter, but sometime I think these covering is there's a couple of screws in the corner, just below the just above this frame. Just above this frame is very hard to get to, so that's gonna be a extra work for me. So I just draining it right now. Then I just put in the regular amount of fluid it should get, and then take it back on the road. All right, it should be 4 bottles of fluids, but I see how much it take once I measure everything properly. And just remember to put back your screw underneath the transmission bottom. That's when you start to refill the fluid. You don't at least it don't waste in the bottom, like get thrown away through the bottom. So remember to replace this, okay, with the washer. You got a washer on it too. So after you screw back your transmission screw back in the bottom, and make sure it's tightened up properly. Now you're gonna put this, sorry about that, get a funnel like this. Make sure you get a funnel, and that's the transmission refill in the back. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is start off with 1 quart of transmission fluid first. Okay, then I'll show you guys how to continue refill it. So I'm using this transmission fluid to refill back the transmission because this is what they recommended, Transmax, for this type of vehicle. Or you guys usually could get the original one from the dealer. Some people concerned about the original, but this recommended. This is what I use. All right, so I'm gonna put the first quart in it first, and then I'll show you guys. Oh, when you guys, when you guys pour in the transmission fluid, take your time because the hole is very small, so you need time to settle. So just a little bit by a little bit. If you gotta stop, you stop. Take time, pour it. Okay, so remember you put 1 quart. You put 1 quart already in the transmission, right? So what I do usually before I go ahead and start through the other quarts, I start to measure it by this empty quart right here. Remember, the same fluid you put in the jug, the same amount of fluid you put in the jug, you're gonna use it measure. So each time this one filled up, then you're gonna pour in a new quart in the transmission in the car. So I'm gonna fill this one up until this jug empty. So I'm just basically using this just to measure, make sure I put back the right amount. So whatever is in this jug, I'm gonna measure it with this empty quart and then put it back in the transmission. So I kind of overfill it. So you just want to make sure measure it back to a regular quart. So each time you use the dirty fluid to measure 1 quart, then you're gonna throw back a new quart of fluid in the transmission in the car. But remember, you already put 1 quart of transmission in the vehicle already, so you have whatever is gonna finish in here, you're gonna stop at whatever the new quart finish. Usually should be at least 4 quart, but just remember how much you put in already. You put 1 in already, so until this jug finish, then you stop. Okay. Okay, so right now we're gonna throw another quart in the vehicle. This gonna be 2 quart. All right, as I said, it should be 4, but the reason why I'm doing this because I rather do it this way, because I'm measuring it the proper way. All right, and you just continue the circle, just continue in the same way, and just remember the amount. Remember as soon as the jug finish, just count how much is in the vehicle. Okay, drivers, so basically the jug is empty, so I basically only measure 2.5 quart that I drain from the car. So I just gonna put back the same amount. As I said before, this is a safety for you to make sure you don't overflow, put too much transmission fluid in your vehicle, you know. So the same amount I drain is just the same amount I put back, because remember, the transmission still have fluid inside of it because you didn't change the filter or nothing. All right. So as I said before, if you're draining the fluid, just put back the same amount you drain back in the transmission. So right now I only drain 2.5 quarts, so I put it back 2.5. All right. So right now I'm just gonna turn it on and show you guys with the next step. Okay. So what I do when I usually finish draining the fluid, this is what I do. I usually come in the vehicle and play with the gears. Okay. Because you want to make sure the fluid get back into all the gears properly, you know. Play with it for like a couple seconds. Well, just make sure you play with it for a while. Okay, what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna check the transmission really quick. When you're checking the transmission, just pull up your emergency brake and leave it in drive, and go ahead. Usually I wait till it's hot to check it, but you still can check it because you just change it just to make sure everything is good, the level is good. So right now we're checking the fluid. Can you see it properly? Wipe it off properly. Remember, when it's in drive, so it should be like right here, maybe at least a little bit below. You can see it right below this teeth here. It should be a little bit below this teeth. So it seems like it's saying it need more fluid, but thing about it, you gotta be careful. You gotta wait till it's hot. So I'm gonna wait till it's hot before I check it again. If it's hot and it's still below right here, you gotta put at least ½ quart more to get it to here. Okay. So I wouldn't put nothing yet because the vehicle is not real hot yet. I'm gonna leave it run for like 5 or 10 minutes, then check it again. Okay, so I check it again. It's hot right now. 10 minutes gone already. Check it. It's still at the same level. So I'm gonna put ½ quart more, because maybe before, because the fluid was dirty, maybe basically what happened, it was just, low on fluid. So usually it's supposed to be 4, but I get 2.5, so I'm gonna put just half more in it. You put half more in it and then you check it just to make sure it's on a good level. Alright, now checking it for the last time. Okay, as you can see, it's in drive. It should be like right here, but it's still over here. But what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna put no more in it. I'm gonna drive around for a little bit, feel out the transmission feel first, check it again, make sure the lever is right. As I say, if the transmission feel fine, I'll just leave it alone. You just want to make sure it's not too low, but it should be at least over here. Sorry about that. It should be right here, okay? But it's down here. So most likely by the time you get more hot, it will reach up to here, because that's how transmission is. It's gotta get up at least, it said 65 degrees. It's gotta get up hot enough. Alright, so well, I hope this helps someone out there, but just follow the measurements or the manual inside the vehicle just to make sure you put in the right amount of transmission fluid. Alright, so thank you, and if you guys are interested, hit the bell for notification, or you could press like for the videos. Alright, thank you.